The perfect competitive market have two type of pricing system. One is short-run pricing and one is long-run pricing. So in this particular analysis, we want to know something very seriously. For a profit earning producer, behind pricing, there are two principles. For a profit earning producer, behind pricing, there are two type of assumptions or principles. The first one is that the price is fixing a point at which MR is equating with MC. MR stands for marginal revenue, MC is marginal cost. There are two conditions of pricing for every market, not only perfect competition. For every market, there are two conditions of pricing. The first one is that price is fixing a point at which MR is equal to MC. Secondary condition is that marginal cost is intersecting the average cost at its minimum. We already discussed in the third module, when we are drawing this marginal cost function and average cost function, always marginal cost function is intersecting the average cost at its minimum. For profit earning objective, these two conditions are maintaining by the producer, or these two conditions are essential for the purpose of earning profit from the industry. We want to fix the price at a point of MR, marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. And we want to analyze that your cost function in the sense MC and AC. MC is touching on AC at its minimum. These two conditions are important. Then regarding pricing policy, we have to think about four type of function. First two revenue function and first two type of cost function. The first two revenue functions are MR and AR. Cost functions are MC and AC. See the line indicating. A straight line indicating MR is equal to AR, because in a perfectly competitive market, both are same. When you are selling 1 per you are getting 10 rupee, selling 2 per you are getting 20 rupee, selling 3 you are getting 30 rupee. So what is the marginal revenue? 10, 10, 10, it is increasing. What is average? 20 by 2, 30 by 3, 40 by 4, 50 by 5, which means 10 itself. So a straight line indicating MR and AR is equal. So in short-term pricing of perfect competitive market, we can use this particular diagram. Straight line MR and AR, a U-shaped average cost function, and a tick mark curve. Yes, tick mark curve is marginal cost. Our condition is that price is fixing a point at which MR is equal to MC. See that point where MR is touching on MC. That is what known as the point of output equilibrium. Then the area at which we are getting the cost function to minimum. That is the baseline of average cost, where we are getting cost minimum. That is the point of cost. So revenue, cost, that difference is known as profitability. The shade area is representing the profit of short-run perfectly competitive market. Yes, moving on to the long-run pricing of perfect competitive market. So before moving into pricing, please remind, long-run is the period at which we are changing all the factors of production. You already covered the content in your third module regarding long-run. So we are changing all the factors of production, including capital. So the cost curves are slightly wide oriented, where we are getting a wide oriented average cost, LAC, like this, long run average cost and long run marginal cost. Remaining all parameters are same, conditions are same. Don't forget the condition. What is the primary condition? Yes, primary is the condition is at which price is fixing a point at which MR is equal to MC. Secondary is that LMC is or AC, MC is touching with AC at its minimum. MC is touching AC at its minimum. So the long run pricing, what is happening in long run? All the cost which became increased. So we are getting a wide oriented average cost. So in long run we are getting a equilibrium at which LMC is equating with LMR. The point is known as equilibrium. So we are not getting excess profit as like short run, because in long run there is no excess profit. Everybody is competing together, so industrial profit is shared by all the players, and single firm will not get extra profit like your short run. It is something like LAR is touching with LAC. See the line, LAR is touching on LAC. Actually AR and AC is deciding the profit. When AR and AC is deciding the profit, both are same line, which means there is no excess profit. So in brief, in perfectly competitive market, there are two types of pricing. One is short-run pricing, the previous diagram, and now it is known as long-run pricing. In both the pricing, we are using a same assumption and conditions. Primary condition, MR is equal to MC. Secondary condition, LMC or MC is touching with AC at its minimum. So these two diagrams are important regarding perfectly competitive market. So market structure, two category. First one is that perfect competition, its feature, pricing under short run and pricing under long run.